Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and iOS 12.3 has been out for about a week or so, and iOS 12.4 Beta 1 has been out for a few days, and I've been using both of them, and there's some pretty good things to say about iOS 12.3 as far as from a stability and battery standpoint. And then we'll talk about what you had to say about it in the community poll, since I can't have all the same experience as you, so I do the community poll, and we get a lot of great information from that, so I really appreciate it if you participated in that. So the first thing is Wi-Fi and LTE. On iOS 12.3, it does not appear to be fixed. In fact, I've been using the iPhone XR, the XS Max, and it does not really make any difference as far as the Wi-Fi or LTE. Some people have said that the LTE was better. I really have not found there's too many issues with LTE, but Wi-Fi continually, even though the signal strength is good here, it continually drops or doesn't connect. Then I'll just turn it off, and then I'll find that my connection works fine. Every other device on my Wi-Fi network seems to work without a problem when this is occurring. So there's definitely something with the modem. I think it's a hardware issue at this point, and I don't think Apple can fix it with software. And that's why we'll see some Qualcomm modems eventually in these devices. Also, I've had issues with some notifications just not showing up or grouping properly, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but there's definitely an issue there. Now, on the iPhone 8 Plus that I have here, this actually is running iOS 12.3 now, and it's very smooth. Performance is really great, and most of you have said that performance was really great for you as well. Only a few people, or maybe one person out of about 300 comments, said that they still had freezing in settings. So it seems like they've mostly resolved that issue, but maybe not 100%. Also, many people have said they've had good battery life, and I've had good battery life as well. On the iPhone XR that I used when I had 12.3 installed, you can see here, this is when 12.3 was installed, and then you can see it went down when the beta came out, and then it kind of climbed back up, and that's pretty typical. But the best day I got was 6 hours and 10 minutes of screen on time, 40 minutes of screen off time, and that's usually with over 20% battery life left, usually 20 to 40% left, so it's doing really well, and I do have a lot of background activity going on, usually from email to YouTube Studio, Tesla, things like that, and it's doing pretty well. The worst day for me was 4 hours and 8 minutes, but again, that's with over 20% battery life left normally. Now, as far as the actual problems we're seeing, not too many problems with 12.3. One person did say that rotation isn't working on their iPhone 8 Plus. I have no issues with that. Some other people were saying that the music app stopped when they were opening music, and then when they were skipping songs, it would stop for them. I haven't experienced that as well, but it seems to only be one person mentioning that. So that's good, but also bad since there's still issues. And then we did have another person say that they were having multiple resprings, or that's when the screen reboots, or it looks like your device reboots with the Apple logo, when they were taking multiple screenshots in a row. So if you take a few screenshots, and if that's happening, that could be a memory issue for you. But let's take a look at the YouTube community poll. Now, like I said, battery has been pretty good compared to 12.2. So a lot of people are saying it's a lot better. And in fact, 8,000 people voted on this particular community poll. So let's take a closer look. Now, 8,000 people voted. 55% said it was great. 6% said terrible. 23% said it's just okay. 6% said okay, but some bugs. And only 10% of you updated to the beta. And you'll see there's almost 300 comments, or 287 comments. I've read every single one of them, like I always do before these videos. And out of every single one of these, I put together a small list. Some of the bugs I've already mentioned that many are having, or one or two are having, but only 5 people in this entire list of 287 comments said they had bad battery life. 2 of them said it was on the 8 Plus, like we have here. 2 of them said it was on an iPhone XR. And 1 said they had bad battery life on iPhone X. Everyone else said that battery was great. In fact, here's one iPhone XS here. No bugs to report. LTE connectivity seems to have improved a bit. You'll see no bugs so far, no complaints. People are saying AirPods drop less frequently. So let's go all the way down. I'll read only a few of these because this would take a very long time. Now, keep in mind, I have read all of them to compile this list. One person did say that their battery was bad on an iPad as well. So, but 6 people, I guess, for battery out of almost 300 isn't too bad. So if we go through here, some people were saying stuttering on the iPhone XR. I had not experienced that, thankfully, but it does seem to be an issue. You'll see here, XR, no change from 12.2, just as good. Take a look at a couple others. 12.4 beta is horrible, don't update. And like I said, I've had a few issues with the beta, but for the most part, 12.3 is quite good. So here's someone that's saying battery life is on my iPhone 7 is better compared to previous versions, so that's great. Works pretty good on my iPhone 8 Plus. 12.3 battery life is great, and improved performance on an iPhone 6s Plus. Great on a 10s Max. I have the 5. I'm about to get the 10 tomorrow. Congratulations for that. That'll be a huge change from a 5. On iPhone XR, settings bugs still exist, but definitely better than 12.2. And that's where I was saying settings was just not working properly for some people. Very smooth. Message app glitches and screen time widget glitch are fixed for me. So that's great. I didn't have any of those glitches, but again, every person is going to have a little bit different experience. Let's take a look here. Battery is draining too fast on my iPad Pro. That's where I was mentioning it before. And also too much stuttering and frame skipping. iPhone XS, by the way, surprisingly no connection issues that I've seen on Wi-Fi or LTE. Not on this gold one, the gray one, or the one I had, or my iPhone XR before I gave it away. My connectivity issues with Wi-Fi and LTE went away after the very first update I did when I bought the XS Max when it came out. Now it's back stronger than ever and worse than ever. Have to hit airplane mode almost hourly. And I see connectivity issues a lot. And that's really unfortunate because you'd think they'd work most of those out by now. Using an iPhone 7, it's great. Battery life is good, and I've experienced no bugs. So as you'll see, if you read through this community poll, you can get to it on my community page on my channel. But most people are saying that there's LTE or Wi-Fi issues. Other than that, they're not saying it's any worse necessarily than the previous one. It's about the same. Some people it's worse, some people it's better. But overall, that's the main issue. Otherwise, most people are saying performance and battery life is great. If you're having poor battery life, I would check your settings and see what's using battery the most and maybe tweak some settings there. Or maybe just give your phone a reboot and see if it makes any difference. Now, the next time I do an iOS update, I have a quick question for anyone that's still watching this. Which iPhones would you like to see? I don't have every iPhone available. Some are being tested, some of the older ones for long-term testing. But which ones would you like to see in the next video? Usually I include the iPhone XR, the XS Max, the iPhone SE, the 6S Plus, and usually an iPad Pro 10.5. Which devices would you like to see in the next video? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to get your hands on this wallpaper, I'll link it in the description as I always do. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.